Hi guys, welcome back. I am Stu and this is Coaster Canyon for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. A vast canyon is yours to turn into a theme park. Your objective, to have at least 1,200 guests in your park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. So, this is a bit like Whispering Cliffs then, except you've got 2 sets of cliffs. There's no water at the bottom, and instead of park value we're going for guest numbers. So after the last tier where we were going for park value a lot, so you do need to adjust your game style back to guests. That might be one issue why we had a bit of trouble with the last one. I think I go so far as to say that I beat the last one on points. It was quite close in the end. This one, however, I think this is going to be harder again. So we're going to have to make use of, in the options menu, hide land surface. So that will allow us to see through the cliffs down to the canyon floor below. Speaking of the canyon floor, it's a nice long flat area, so that will be great for flat rides. Let's see first of all what the park is. It's free entry, so we're charging for rides. Let's see what the rides are. We've got some transport rides, good selection of gentle rides to start with, then good selection of coasters to start with. Won't need any more of those, I don't think. Not many thrill rides. I don't think we were going to bother with water rides. And shops, and we've got 3 different types of food stalls. We haven't got a drink stall, kiosk and a toilet. So first thing I'm going to want to do then is research, put my research into shops until we get a drink stall. Once we get a drink stall, then we're going to switch up to thrill rides. Normally I'd put thrill rides first, but we do have a lot of flat rides that we can build to start off with. So where are we gonna, let's have a look then. Okay, so some of these cliffs are 3 wide, this one here is 4 wide, here then 5, so that would be enough for so I'm thinking of putting the rides underground. So here then, underneath the entrance, that would be ideal for a pirate ship, because they're 5 long. So what I'm thinking is then, if we build paths down to the canyon floor, we can then build the rides underground, and then that'll free up some space. 1,200 guests, it's not a high number, but I don't think we're going to get a lot of pathing in, so we might have issues with overcrowding. But yeah, I think the plan will be build paths down to the canyon floor and then start building flat rides. So that's what I'm going to crack on with then, and I'll see you in a bit. We're into October year 1, so I've made a good start then. Got all my flat rides down on the bottom. Let's go underground so you can turn off vertical as well. Just turn everything off. There you go. And so there you go. So we got all our flat rides just along here. Got the pirate ships underneath where the entrance is, and then got some more flat rides down here. I've built some seating areas just in front. This was quite tricky to build because of the cliff was in the way, so you have to keep rotating and switching views, and it is a bit of a pain, to be honest. I think the only thing difficult with this scenario is having to switch the views around all the time. Other than that, we're not really having any issues. And then I've just started building this roller coaster now, where we're starting to run low on money. So I'm right up to the loan maximum. So I've just waiting for a bit of extra cash to come in before I can finish off the path, and then we're gonna let the guests on here. So this one here, good excitement for this. I'm thinking of calling this one Sidewinder, like the snakes that you might see. I've never been into one of these sort of canyons, but that's the sort of animals I'd expect to see. So I'm going to crack on with the building then. I'll see you next year. It is May year 2, so I've got a bit of an issue at the moment then. So all these guests, there's a bit of a conga going on there. So toilets 1, there's a few of them heading for toilets 1. Toilets 1 is just up here. So some of them are leaving the park, some of them are, yeah. So they're trying to get up here. Now they don't have the smarts to walk down to one of the paths here, back up there, or there's another path they've built just here to go up there. So I think the easiest thing for me to do then is I'm going to build a path leading down from just by the burger shop here down. It's going to have to maybe like a spiral staircase down, because I don't want to have to move this roller coaster because the guests are loving it. It's bringing in the money, and then have it coming out somewhere around here. Hopefully then these ones will leave. So luckily I've caught this quite early, because if I hadn't have caught it so soon, then this problem would have built and built and built, and in the end we'd have had hundreds and hundreds of guests doing this, and then once I figured out and built the path, they'd have all left, and that really would have given us a bit of a headache with regards to the guest numbers. So I'm going to build this path down, and I'll see you later on. It is October year 2, so I've built the staircase up. As soon as I built that, then there was a bit of a stampede out. I think we must have lost about 100 or so guests straight away. So let's have a look there. You can see the blip there back July, and then the guest numbers have grown steadily. So we're over the amount that we need. We need 1200. We've currently got 1300, so we shouldn't have any issues with the scenario goal. Just built a couple of wooden coasters down here, so just doing some final tinkering with those, and I think then for the final year, then all we need to do then is we've got some space down this side to build some more coasters, maybe 1 or 2 just up here. I'm thinking of maybe some sort of looper just by here coming out and around, and then perhaps maybe either a wild mouse or a wild mine up here, and then depending on how much time we've got left, then we've got a lot of space down here. Maybe we can do something crazy around there and up on top of the canyon and back around, and just trying to use as much of the full length of the canyon as we can. So I'm going to crack on with the building then. It looks like we're going to pass the scenario. Shouldn't be any issues. I'll see you next year for a park tour. It is October year 3. We needed 1200 guests in the park with a rating of 600 plus. We've got just under 1800 guests, and the rating is up on maximum. No issues then in the end, apart from the awkwardness of the terrain, and the minor problem that we had with the guests couldn't find their way, but we sorted that with the path just in front. So let's turn some of these overlays off then, just so we've got a better view, and then we can have a bit of a park tour. So we came in then, I built paths leading, let's turn the rides off so we can see them better, paths leading down to the canyon floor here, and another diagonal one just there, and then we built flat rides all the way along here. Initially I had research into shops because we had a few food stalls, but we didn't have a drink stall, so I wanted a drink stall ready for when the guests started to get thirsty. Plus we had quite a few flat rides to crack on with, so that's what we've carried on building all the way along. After that then we put the research into thrill rides, and then towards the end of the year then we were starting to run out of money, so that's where I started to build I've just switched it off, the corkscrew roller coaster just up here. As I said, toggling all these views on and off has been a real pain. So then I built this corkscrew coaster up here, sidewinder after the snake that you might see on a canyon floor. Good excitement with this, high intensity, but good excitement. Guests are loving that. And that then, this coaster has enabled me to build the majority of the rest of the park, because we were up to our loan limit. I did run out of money as I was building the exit paths. I think what I did in the end is I put the price of it up to £10, and then we let the guests on, and then the money that we made from the guests riding it, I was able to complete the exit path. So into year 2 then, turn all these off again. Shame it's not a quick way of doing it. I built these flat rides just on the other side, so we've gone underneath the rocks as well. So you start off, you lay them on top, and then you click the down button, and then you get it down to the same height as the canyon floor, which on this one I believe was -5. Turn them all back on again. After that then, built these 2 wooden coasters down here. These 2 have just started, which is handy. Nothing fancy with them, a little block break there just to slow them down and get the other trains free to run. Back along, one of them's got a helix, a couple of splashes just to slow them down, and then back to the station. So we've got Coyote and Mountain Lion. Good excitement for these, making a lot of money. And then just up here then we've got this loop coaster. It's just started. Just up the top here I got a little chain lift, 1-tile chain lift, just to catch it. I'm not sure if I needed it in the end, but I put it there just in case it wasn't going quite fast enough. So it's launching at 40. Any slower maybe would need it. So this one's Condor. It's a type of bird, and good excitement. And then just down here then we've got Mountain Goat. High intensity, but then you'd kind of expect that when it's perched precariously on the side of a canyon. So a good drop, slows down a bit, back down. Let's have a look at the speed on this one. Initially when I built it, it did come back quite extreme. There was a corner just up here that was a bit too fast, and that was ruining the whole ride. So I just reprofiled that just to get it going a bit slower through it, and then it came back with good excitement. Okay, so just under a week to go, and then we built the runaway train. High excitement, high intensity, so we're just waiting for the car to leave now. This got 4 trains running on it. We'll pick up this train here. Any second now it's gonna come. I haven't finished playing about with the timing of it. There you go. Short drop, helix, a little hump, a few bends then just around the roto drop, going very slow, and then up then onto the longer chain lift, just coming up to Halloween. So at some point we are going to complete the goal. Halloween. Got a lot of balloon stalls around the park. And we've completed it. See if we can find, there you go. I said I called it Runaway Train for good reason. Look how fast it's going. It could probably do with having another block break just down here, maybe after the drop, after the photo section, before the helix. If I was to put a block break there, it would slow it down a little, and it would then allow the trains behind to come through. There we go, we can finish up watching this one, because it is going quite too fast. I haven't got the, see if I can, no, I've haven't picked up the speed. Oh well, doesn't matter. So that was Coaster Canyon. In the end, didn't really have any major dramas. We caught that one problem that we had with the pathfinding early on, so that's one thing you've got to watch. It might have been better if we built a path here going up to the top in the beginning. I put a no entry sign on it just to stop, because I don't want guests coming down that path. I only want them, because when they're at the top they'll go down at the sides. I only wanted them going up it because they were congregating here. Yeah, not really having any. Yeah, if we were having issues here, we could, let's just turn it off just to see what happens. If we get a, no, I think if we were having a major problem with the pathfinding, if they couldn't find their way, then we would have had like a huge conga leading down there, but we haven't, so there wasn't any issue. So leaving that as a no entry sign, that was a good call. Okay, so I am Stu. That was Coaster Canyon. In the end, we smashed it. No problems there. Any questions or feedback, drop them in the comment section. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.